Hey, what's up, dude?
Dude, what was so important that you needed to show me?
Oh, yes, I have something to show you. You're definitely gonna like this, alright?
How much is he paying you for this? This looks painful to do.
Guys, are you talking about how great this is gonna turn out?
Yeah.
Okay, you can talk about that later. Come on.
Alright.
Okay, so when I open this door, like, act like excited, like, and say like, wow, this is incredible, okay? So I'm gonna open it. And
Wow, this is incredible.
No, dude. No, I didn't say that. I said like, when I open the door, you say, wow, this is incredible. Like, don't say it like that.
That's what I said.
No, just say it like enthusiastically, okay?
Right.
So like, let's do it again. Okay, this is a take reuser, okay?
Wow, this is incredible!
I know, right? It's really incredible.
So what is this?
What, you don't know what this is?
No.
Space Chimps, bro?
Never heard of it.
This guy's hilarious, bro. He doesn't know what Space Chimps is.
I don't know what Space Chimps is.
You actually don't know what Space Chimps is?
No.
Okay, just get out of my house.
What?
Just get out of my house.
You just...
Get out of my house, bro. I said
What?
get out of my house. If you didn't know what Planet of the Apes is, it's a 1960s sci-fi classic that just shook the nation with its plot twist. Okay, so like this is the nation, and then the Planet of the Apes came with the plot twist, and then went. You're probably thinking, what does Space Chimps have to do with this? If you don't know what Space Chimps is, you're probably not educated on classics and masterpiece-worthy films. But if you didn't know that Space Chimps took story elements from Planet of the Apes and not just copied or stole, but enhanced them. So the film opens up with cinema's best villain of all time, Zartog, who is just such a ruthless villain who will do whatever it takes, and is voiced by the amazing
Jeff Daniels.
most well known for Because of Winn-Dixie.
That's my dog. Come on, boy.
That dog is smiling at me.
Come on, Winn-Dixie.
This film already introduces its ruthless, intimidating, threatening villain Zartog.
A new day has come, and that day is Zartog!
Because you gotta know that
This guy means business.
he's really angry, he's really mean. There are these few simple shots where these aliens are trying to catch an alien butterfly, and then Zartog comes up and it's like, what do you want? And you just gotta remember that this guy's bad, alright? He's the villain. But I would say introducing this character with no characterization isn't looking too good compared to Planet of the Apes, you see? Because which villain is Zartog identical to?
Dr. Zaius, Dr. Zaius. Dr. Zaius, Dr. Zaius. Dr. Zaius, Dr. Zaius. Oh, Dr. Zaius.
Now, Dr. Zaius never comes into the game and says, yeah, you know, humans, they're stinky. I don't like them at all. Because Dr. Zaius doesn't not like Taylor and the humans. He just denies the intelligence and what Taylor has to say. And so that kind of makes him a better and more compelling villain. Just like how Dr. Zaius has this human minority in the palm of his hand, Zartog has this alien minority in the palm of his hand.
Kneel to Lord Zartog.
And sure, it's kind of different, you know, he wants a party for triple Sunday.
As you all know, tomorrow is Triple Sunday!
There's also this thing in Space Chimps that's called Fresnar, and if you get dipped in this Fresnar because you're not treating Master Zartog with the respect he needs, then he'll dip you in this metal gray goo that kind of freezes you. They kind of took that idea like how Taylor and the other humans, they have the incapability of speaking. That's kind of like how when you're Fresnard, you can't speak, you can't do things that normal aliens can do. But this isn't Space Chimps 2 Zartog Strikes Back where the main character is Zartog. This is Space Chimps. And I haven't even got to the best part about this movie, which is
I am Titan, I am strong.
No one wants to sing along.
this is a fantastic quote from the director of this film, Kirk DeMicco.
The primary casting challenge for Space Chimps was finding unique voices, because you can't make funny animation without a funny read, or funny voices and funny actors.
That's powerful stuff. That's powerful. That's filmmaking. They also said that they wanted to find a funny voice actor for the main lead, the star, cinema's best character in history, and they got Andy Samberg. Now, Andy Samberg, he's pretty funny, and I think with the right material, he gives some pretty funny stuff. But in here, screaming every line of dialogue you have is A, not funny, B, not funny, C, not funny, and D, extremely annoying. But did you know that Ham is Taylor? Taylor and Ham are based off the Greek god Hermes, who was the divine trickster in his days. Both Ham and Taylor embody that, where they're just trying to trick other people. Not only do Ham and Taylor share similar qualities, but they go on the exact same journey. Because at the beginning of Planet of the Apes, the ship crash lands on this deserty planet, just like how it happens in Space Chimps. We start with these main characters, Landon, Dodge, and our main lead, Taylor, to wake up and find Stuart, a hairy monster, and then we get this cheesy B-roll scream in there. And then they have to abandon the ship.
Landon, get out of that signal! What signal?
Space Chimps attempts to recreate Planet of the Apes, but it happens 30 minutes into the movie. You don't need to have Ham have this really backstory, you know, the circus element from Ham's past does come into play in Space Chimps, and it's amazing.
Come on, Luna, like you're on a trapeze!
I'm not from the circus.
Just like that, Space Chimps not only copies, but enhances the script from Planet of the Apes, because Stuart, capiche, she's dead, she's hairy, but Titan is identical to Stuart in a way, but they enhance the plot to have Titan have his own storyline with Zartog, and it's amazing.
Guarantee she's always got enough juice to get the tough jobs done.
Ham and Taylor at this point are very similar, but I'm convinced that they are identical twins at this point, because as they're discovering and exploring this really deserted planet, and their astronaut buddies are trying to just take in this whole world, Ham and Taylor, they're cracking jokes, making things light and breezy, and not really taking in this world and not really caring. As the astronauts further explore their destination, they find a Planet 1 that symbolizes hope, that there's more plants and more vegetation out there, and the other turns into an evil alien monster. Oh no! But at least they have books that they throw at it, and it eats paper and it dies. Now you can say that Planet of the Apes is a slower paced film than Space Chimps, which is fine, but you can't say that it doesn't have direction. Something that Space Chimps completely lacked. There's nothing really being fully explored in Space Chimps. The characters are never fully delved into because there's so many unnecessary characters that they keep cutting back to.
Well, I really need a Snickers bar. I don't know if you...
I'm allergic to peanuts.
Even side characters that weren't even in the film that long, like Dodge and Landon, rest in peace, when they die, you kind of care and sympathize for Taylor. But when a certain character in Space Chimps dies, you don't really care about...
Beckham.
No. I can't do this, guys. I'm sorry. I can't do this. I can talk about Grandpa Chimp. I can talk about the Squeaky Chimp. I can talk all day about that weird fat scientist, but we're not talking about whatever that is. We're not going there, okay? All right, so Kilowatt. Zartog is preparing for triple Sunday, and then this alien comes over and he's like, Lord Zarquad, there's a alien sky beast, and then Zartog's like, bigger than mine? And then the alien's like, only bigger!
Only bigger! Pick a party of warriors and bring me the sky beast! Take the Fluvian!
That relatable moment when your alien slaves don't get the Fluvians. So then the alien slaves take the sky beast, but for some reason try to kill Ham and Luna. So then Ham and Luna end up in a forest, and then Ham's doing his circus swinging. Luna is incapable of swinging, so Ham teaches her because, you know, the circus stuff comes in handy for this movie. Ham and Luna stumble upon Kilowalla Wallo Zinga Binga.
My name is Kilowalla Wizasehuha.
Who is an alien light bulb and scared and nervous, and has no point in this film.
My name is Kilowalla Wizasehuha.
Oh, great, it's drunk.
That's some funny comedy right there. Funny jokes, funny lines, funny actors equals funny jokes equals funny lines. One thing is that I hope we can agree on that Kilowatt is the worst thing in this movie. I can't comprehend why Kilowatt is in this film, because there's a lot of things in here like Kilowatt that just are desperately being put in and shoved in to fill the runtime. Because this concept of chimps going to space is so shallow and basic and would work better if it was handled creatively, which who cares about that? Funny jokes, funny lines equals funny reads equals funny actors. They just shoved this nervous, twitchy alien in there because her character growth is that she gets eaten by a booger monster. But the reason why she came back, I know. Because, do you want to know why? Because she got pooped out. But then at the end, there's like a whole Kilowatt community? There's more Kilowatts? Why would you do that? And why did we need this ultimate dance cringe compilation?
I am popping, as well as locking. Now the bus stop, robot.
I know that they're trying to establish themes that, chimps and apes, they're trying to imitate humans, just like Planet of the Apes. The apes are essentially imitating humans. And I understand as well, this scene was so influential that the sci-fi film Annihilation stole from Space Chimps. I don't think Zartog is the embodiment of just Dr. Zaius, but the apes in Planet of the Apes as a whole, because when Titan shows up to Zartog, Zartog treats him with more of a respect and is fascinated by the differences and what he can do. Just like how Cornelius and Dr. Zira are fascinated by the differences and what Taylor can do. Now at the end, Planet of the Apes doesn't end with a bald bobblehead alien helping Taylor and Nova out of this gray goop, but Taylor makes a decision to free Nova and bring her a future for herself. Just like in how Space Chimps, they need to get out of the planet, so then they force the alien slaves to be their slaves and make them an alien spaceship for them to go out and leave the planet, but they need something to boost off, and so they use a volcano, and then that volcano, when it erupts, it makes the aliens that got Fresnard break free. So yeah, the themes of freedom are very strong.
The films, they're identical, but the execution is what differentiates Space Chimps from Planet of the Apes. One is a sci-fi masterpiece with compelling characters and just thought-provoking themes, brilliantly acted, and the other one is Planet of the Apes.
Yeah, so I think people might think this is a bad thing for the neighborhood, but it's actually a good deed. You wouldn't tell someone to take down anti-bullying posters. I think what we're doing to the neighborhood, we're improving it, making people watch Space Chimps.
So this guy's, I don't know what he's doing. He came up to me, he slapped me in the back of the head with a Space Chimps poster. I came here to try and feed the ducks, but he won't stop yelling, "Watch Space Chimps."
Jesus! Whoa!
You alright?
So I think this is a good message. We're promoting stuff like Space Chimps and like helping people. What the? Dude, what are you doing?